Is there such a thing as healthy sugar? Let's find out. Hello, I'm Star Kushara. I'm the creator of the Facelift Diet and the founder of Academy of Beauty Nutrition. So sugar is a very contentious subject in the health world and just in the media in general. We all know that sugar is bad for us, especially too much and of the wrong type. So what is the difference between healthy sugar and unhealthy sugar? Okay, so in scientific terms, we don't really use words like healthy or unhealthy or good versus bad. We just look at the simple, raw facts. So the main difference in the types of sugars in our diet are intrinsic sugar and extrinsic sugar. So intrinsic sugar is the sugar that's naturally found already encapsulated inside whole foods. These tend to be things like fruits, vegetables, and grains. There is also sugar in milk. So in human breast milk, it contains a certain amount of sugar as well. So you will also find sugar in certain dairy products to small amounts. That's intrinsic sugar, the sugar that's already inside a natural food. The other type of sugar is extrinsic sugar. That is the kind of sugar that's been extracted, refined, or isolated. In other words, it's been taken out of the original packaging, the natural whole food, and made separate. It's isolated. And that includes all extrinsic sugars. So that's coconut sugar, maple syrup, agave nectar, super duper dark brown unrefined molasses sugar, as well as the regular white stuff. Now, yes, some of those sugars have a little bit of nutrition in comparison to white refined sugar, but it really is a negligible amount. It could certainly never be considered a health food. Now, the annoying thing is, in nutrition or on nutrition labels, the difference between extrinsic and intrinsic sugars is not covered at all. It's not even given consideration. That is why we have silly things roaming around the internet that tell us that cold pressed homemade fresh orange juice is as bad as Coca-Cola because of the sugar content. However, it's not the sugar content that's the problem, it's where the sugar came from. There is no such thing as sugar is just sugar. That's meaningless nonsense found on memes, and this is not scientific. The limits on how many sugars you should have in your diet on a daily basis, which I believe currently in the UK is 30 grams. It might be 50. It's either 30 or 50. Is only relatable to extrinsic sugar. It's about reducing the added sugars in your diet because those are the bad guys. Added sugars are the things that cause those sugar spikes in the bloodstream and the insulin response that we don't want to be happening. They are also the reason for sugar-related glycation, which is one of the causes of skin wrinkling, and all the things we just don't want happening in our bodies. That's down to the extrinsic sugars because they cause that blood sugar spike. Intrinsic sugar, on the other hand, is wrapped up in a package of minerals, vitamins, proteins, fats, fiber, antioxidants, and loads of phytochemicals that haven't even been discovered yet. It is a complete delicious food that's healthy and good for us. In fact, I see a lot of people throwing out the baby with the bathwater when it comes to sugar and telling people to cut down on fruit. That is a real shame, and it's not based on any evidence or fact. In fact, all the latest science shows us that people aren't eating enough fruit or vegetables as it is. So we need to stop telling people to cut out fruit because it's too much sugar. It's untrue. And there's the glycemic index. If you look at the glycemic index, then that also shows you that fruits and vegetables are pretty much always on the low to medium side. In very rare occasions do they end up looking like a high sugar food, and it's usually when they're cooked, such as a baked potato. Now, anyone with a basic knowledge of biology will know that all cells run on glucose. That's why sugar is so very important to us, and it's why we have a blood sugar mechanism inside our bodies as it is, to regulate that amount of sugar so we have a constant flow getting to our brain, which is one of the biggest users of glucose, and getting to all of our cells that use glucose. So you're going to have to get that glucose from somewhere. So you're either going to choose to get it from extrinsic, unhealthy, high sugar, blood sugar spiking places, or you're going to get it from fruits and vegetables. Your choice. And I know some people on the internet are telling you all sugar is bad sugar. It's just not true. Does it make logical sense to you that fruits and vegetables are the bad guys? Of course not. And if you cut out sugars to such an extent, as in to pretty much get rid of them completely, your body will just set up cravings for the unhealthy sugars as it struggles to get what it needs. So again, your choice. You either get those sugars in the natural healthy form that comes replete with fiber and antioxidants and vitamins and minerals and fatty acids and proteins, or you're going to get them from the empty calorie sources of refined sugars that are not good for you. So eat your fruits and vegetables in abundance, because intrinsic sugars are what your body requires. So don't let anyone tell you to cut down on your fruit and vegetable consumption. We don't eat enough as it is. So go out there and eat those fruits and veggies in abundance and be healthy and full of good, sugary energy. I'll see you soon.